Welcome to Amateur Redneck Workshop. I'm Harold, the resident redneck and the world's greatest redneck. Just got my latest Google AdSense payment. It looks like you guys are watching the ads more often, and I'd like to encourage that because that helps a lot. So thank you for watching them, and watch as many as you can get in. I remember old guys like me, we grew up on television, you know, the ads would come on, we call them commercials. That's when we'd make a run to the restroom or the refrigerator. Yeah, you know, they were actually a benefit because without them we might sit there on the couch till we busted, you know, without a restroom break. Who knows? All right, so I made a mistake the other day and I said I'd show you, and I didn't. There's my bozo. When I was figuring where to put the hole, it was 1.680, and for some reason I got it in my mind as 1.168, and bozo got me. But anyway, today I'll continue on with this. I'll paint it up and things like that, and make the little shaft that goes, where is this thing? I'll make the little shaft that goes down through here, and the crank, you know, I call it the crankshaft, and we'll be right next to finished, except for waiting for the little ball socket things that hold the sockets on. Alright, let's just get on with it. Alright, I said I would try a gauge pin on it. This is a 500 thousandths. And these are a minus set, so it may be a little under. So, but he goes through. The .501 won't go through there. So, and unfortunately, my my half-inch drill rod won't go through there either. So I'll have to take a little emery cloth and clean that drill rod up till it falls through. Not a big deal. Okay, we're going to put the square end on here for the 3/8 drive, and the way I figured, that's 125 thousandths smaller than a half-inch, and cut the 125 in half, and that's about 62.5 thousandths off each side. So that's what we're going to work on till I find out different. I'm going to roll it over. Like I said, I'm going to eat at it nice and slow. Alright, I rolled it over. This is the exact opposite side, really. Now, sorry about that. Now I want to examine it, make sure that I haven't slipped in the collet. And if everything's still straight, I'll go in, get closer to the finished size. Should have taken 40 thousandths off of each side by now. Back at it. Alright. I'm getting closer. I'm going to measure it again and see. Okay, so there we are. And the end is nice and square. So I'll leave it in that fixture till I put the little ball thing in it. It won't hurt it a bit to be there. Preliminary painting right there. And right there. We'll be through soon. This will hold the cross piece at the top, and I'm using brass so it'll have a nice contrast of color. It's for appearances as much as anything else. Let's cut her down to a little smaller diameter. I think that looks pretty good to me. That's about the right size. It's actually just a little over an inch. Putting a 1/2 inch in the middle. Yeah, that's 1 inch 13 thousandths. Just about right. So now I'll drill me a hole in here for the rod to go in, and then we'll bore it until it's about 1/1000th tight pressed fit. I'll wake you back up in a minute. I'm going to drill in, like I said, about a 1/2 inch, and of course the diameter will be 499, I hope. The bit's too sharp. It's trying to grab hold of it and doing a good job. So we'll get something a little bit smaller. Well, I finished boring it off camera, and then I went ahead and parted it off. So sorry about that, but I got carried away. I forgot the camera upstairs, and so I'm using my cell phone for the video today, or at least this morning. I'm too lazy to go back and get it. But I've pretty much located, using center finder, I think I've located the center of this thing, and I'll drill a hole there for the handle. I had one in mind, but I looked at it in comparison to the size of everything else here, and it's just too big. So I'll make a hole through there, about a 1/4 inch hole, and we'll find something else to be the handle. Go ahead and put it in the high gear range too. Alright, now I'll change bits. I'll let you sleep while I do that. Okay, this will be the finished size. I've decided 1/4 inch to do the job. Got a brush somewhere. Everything's always somewhere. Alright, so I haven't measured the little ball detents that go in the other end yet, because they're not here yet. Supposed to arrive today. So at this point I'll just stop and hunt for a handle to go in there. Still using my cell phone. I'm going to put a little hole in the end of that and thread it with a set screw to hold the handle steady. And I'm afraid we'll probably finish this thing up with a temporary handle, unless I can find better pieces around here to make one out of. I've got to look up what's the right size bit for a 1024 set screw. So I'll have to do a little cutting on video, huh? Number 25. Went through. Yes, I did. Make sure that's really clean. Alright, we'll get a 1024 tap. Brand new 1024 tap. That should do a good job. Starting to take this thing out of gear. We shove it up there and hopefully it'll pull the thing in on its own. And it appears it's doing so. That's as far in as I can go with that tap. So we'll back it out of there. Alright, we've got her set for a set screw. Well, that's all, folks. Y'all try to subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. Leave a comment if you got something to say. And above all, remember, keep on keeping on. Bye now.